I've always tried my best to stay out of trouble, but here are some stories about me failing to do so. In second grade, we were in the cafeteria for lunch. I was sitting next to this girl I was kinda sorta friends with. I was bored, so I started twisting a ketchup packet. I wasn't planning on making it explode or anything, but the girl randomly slammed her hand down on the ketchup packet that already had a ton of pressure in it. And if you calculate the approximate ratio of kinetic energy to the pressure of the mitochondria in the cell, you can probably guess that the ketchup exploded everywhere. It got on this kid sitting a few seats away, and he got mad and told the teacher. After lunch, the teacher called me to her desk, and I tried to explain that I wasn't the one who made the ketchup packet explode, but she wasn't listening. The other girl didn't even get in trouble, while I got a referral for being disrespectful. There was also this time where me and my friend were playing with a kickball during recess. One of us accidentally kicked it over the fence, so we went up to one of the teachers standing outside with us and asked if we could climb over the fence to grab it. She said yes and walked over to the fence so she could watch us. My friend started climbing over the fence, and I said, "Aw man," jokingly because I wanted to go get it. Then out of nowhere, the teacher that was watching us said to me sternly, "Young lady, we do not use that kind of language in the 5th grade. That is completely inappropriate." And I stood there bewildered because since when was "all man" a bad word? I was also always afraid of getting in trouble because that would mean you would get a red check in your Friday folder, and that meant you were a bad kid. There are reasonable things on there, such as talking during class, forgetting to do your homework, stuff like that. However, there was this one category for going to the bathroom during class, which I thought was a little unreasonable, but I still try to avoid going to the bathroom during class anyway because I wanted to keep my check-free folder check-free for as long as possible. But one day, that changed. I had gotten back from lunch and I drank an entire carton of chocolate milk. At the time, I had no idea I was lactose intolerant, so I was just chilling for a while until the aftermath suddenly hit. Uh-oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I tried to hold it until the end of the school day because I really didn't want to check, but unfortunately, that's not how lactose intolerance works. So at a certain point, I just couldn't hold it anymore. Ignoring the fact that I'd get a check, I sprinted up to the teacher with my folder in my hands and a crazed look of desperation in my eyes and said, "Can I go to the bathroom?" The teacher looked really confused, but she took my folder, said yes, and the second she did, I sprinted for the bathroom as fast as possible. If I was literally 1 second late, I wouldn't have been very fortunate, but I made it on time. Worth a check, honestly. My parents never let me eat candy when I was young either because they didn't want me to get cavities. Obviously, I really wanted it, but I was too much of a goody two-shoes to break their rules. But one day, on Halloween, my dad came to pick me up from school. We had done an activity and I ended up with a huge bag of candy. I rummaged through the bag trying to find something cool that wasn't candy, and I came across a ring pop. I never had a ring pop before, so I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just a normal ring. So that's what I told my dad, and I asked if I could open it, and he said yes. I did, put it on my finger, and admired how shiny and blue it looked for a little while. But then, when I looked a bit closer, I realized that it smelled like blue raspberry. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is candy. The good side of me was like, hey, you can't have it, while the bad side was like, just one taste, and I gave in and secretly licked it once while my dad wasn't looking. And boy, was it so good. I couldn't resist it anymore and I didn't care at this point, so I just started having more of it. My dad caught me eventually and I tried to act nonchalant about it, saying that I didn't know it was candy, but oh yes I did. He wasn't mad or anything, but I don't think I got to finish it. The end. Thanks for watching.